yet, by the way. Well, Malcolm, good evening and welcome to the show. It's been a while since we've been live with you, but we thought we'd join you this evening to give you some updates on some important things that have been happening. So hopefully, if you're watching online right now via our Facebook page or through YouTube as well, we've got myself and James here for the next, well, who knows how long, to interact with you. So get in touch and let us know what you've been doing since we last met. I think we last met, God knows how long ago now, online, the last Supernatural Live. I don't even know when it was, to be honest, a couple of months ago maybe.
Yeah, it was quite a long while ago.
Feels like it. It's, of course, as you may know, it's been months since the last ghost tour. In fact, the last ghost tour we did was on March the 15th, I believe, which was in Windsor. And yes, we're all missing the theatrical ghost tours, but we've got to do what's right and what's safe for everybody. And that's why we're going to take this opportunity to tell you about some of the things that's happening over the next few months or so. So thank you so far. We've got Corinne and Patricia who are watching online right now. We will, of course, answer your questions on the comments box, so please do feel free to interact with us. But the most important thing is this week, you've seen some teasers go up online saying about Secret. James, you've seen them, right?
Yes, I have indeed, Andrew.
And what are those secrets? Well, we wanted to tell you what they are right now. Before we do that, though, Rachel, good evening, welcome to you. Before we do that, I want to tell you that, yes, unfortunately, COVID is still very much here. It has not gone, it's still here. And we believe that, we don't believe, we know, and our main focus is on keeping everybody safe, be it our clients, customers, and our team as well. That is our core focus and always has been our core focus since we started this company. Now, we are aware that other ghost groups have decided to go ahead with ghost hunts. They believe they're COVID ready to go, whatever it is. However, you've got to remember you're using different venues for ghost hunts. You're in the dark. You don't know what you know. I can't guarantee if there's a group of 10 people in a team on a ghost hunt in the dark. I cannot guarantee those people don't bump into each other, and it's hard to maintain that 1 meter distancing rule. It's 1 meter plus, in fact, isn't it? The 2 meters recommended. So it is certainly not safe at this point to bring back public ghost hunts. And we'll review that as things continue to progress throughout the time being. But let's get back to the secrets. James, have you got any idea what this secret is all about?
I do
Like
have a
the
slight
secret.
idea, but yeah, I've been told not to say too much about it, so
I now you know he's good with secrets. So hi to Alison and Chris also watching online right now. So we want to tell you about this exciting thing we're going to be doing. And it is exciting, but we're only going to tell you a little bit tonight because we like to, tease you a little bit, whet your appetite a little bit, get you wanting to watch more and get in contact with us more, everything we want to do. So let's kick off firstly by saying thank you to everybody for your ongoing support during what's been for everybody a very difficult time. And I think it's impacted and continues to impact everybody. And being a small business that we are here at Supernatural Tours and Events, of course, being out of action means that we haven't got the income coming in that perhaps bigger companies have got. In fact, we've had no ticket sales since March, of course, because there's been no events. And that's an impactful thing on every business. And we know there's so many businesses out there struggling right now, right? There are loads, aren't there, James? There are loads.
yeah.
And we're no different to that. It is difficult for us as well. And our main ethos has been giving you the very best entertainment that we possibly can give on our ghost tours and ghost hunts. And even yesterday, I spoke to someone who said to me, the main thing that makes us do ghost hunts and ghost tours is you guys at Supernatural Tours and Events. We don't go anywhere else. We love you guys. And that to me is a fantastic thing. We've got those people behind us 1000% of the way, as we have done for the last 15 years of operating. Hi to Janice and Amanda too, by the way. I'm just going to keep throwing these hellos because I'm good like that. And it has been in 15 years. We don't want to go anywhere, and we want to stay with you the whole time and keep on giving you that amazing entertainment. But this is where we need your support. And I can tell you right now that on the, wait a minute, 29th of August, the 29th of August, right now, on the 29th of August, we will do a live virtual ghost tour. This time, it's going to be different. We're going to have our actors in place. We're going to keep the 1 meter distancing rule. We're going to have one cameraman who's going to film the whole thing, and effectively, our actors they're not going to come into contact with each other. They're going to be separated throughout the tour. So we're going to have our actors ready to do what they do best. And that's scary, but this time, online, virtually, and it's all going to be for free, right, James?
It is indeed.
Now, we would love to tell you where it's going to happen, but we're not going to. We're not going to tell you. We want you to think and be, I don't know what it is, I don't know, excited about it. So it's going to be live and have all of our actors, which we didn't have when we did one before. And all of this is because we need your support. And to keep Supernatural Tour events running, there are a few things we hope that you can do to help us secure a fantastic future for what's been an amazing business for all of us for the last 15 years, and hopefully the next 15, 30, whatever amount of years to come. So, like most companies, we've launched a GoFundMe page, and on that, we're going to do a free ghost tour on the 29th of August. And we're going to ask you, please, if you can, to please show your support by jumping on our GoFundMe page, getting involved. And we know there's so many great causes out there. There's fantastic charities and causes out there that need your money as well. And we can't forget about that. You know, there's some great charities that are struggling. There's some great organisations that are struggling. But we're no different. We're hoping that you will support us and jump on our GoFundMe page and donate even just £1 or whatever you can do to help us out, because that is what's going to secure our future. James, that's right, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. Of course, like you said, Andrew, there's lots and lots of businesses out there that are struggling. And of course, we don't want to go anywhere. We want to stay and, you know, put on the best entertainment we can for all of you. But of course, more as the months go on, it is becoming tricky. And us at Supernatural Tours, we do put our staff health and our customers' health first. I know there may be other, like Andrew said earlier, there may be other groups out there that's taking that risk, but we do not think it is worth taking that risk at the moment.
Yeah, it's fair to say you guys are the most important thing. Your health and safety is the most important thing here. But let's just get the excitement behind this one. We've got this exciting ghost tour. It's going to happen live on the 29th of August. So put it in your diaries right now. Put it on your iPhones. You'll see plenty of advertising from us right on our social media pages. And the important thing here is that we've got the team who've agreed to come back and do what they do best, and that is provide you with a few scares. And we're going to do that. We're going to have them in costume as we normally do. Makeup, well, I had a little look at that. We're hoping that there's a way we can do it to ourselves without having to have someone else do it for us with brand new equipment and stuff. So we can make it as good as we possibly can. And it's fundamentally about keeping you entertained with the ghost tours. So we've got myself, we've got of course James, who's going to be with us doing the ghost tour. At this point, Martin and Janice, who you guys have done the ghost tours before, will be well aware. They do them too. Have agreed to come and do this for us as well, because this is what we love doing. We're very passionate about it. But we've looked around. We've done what the government guidelines have said we have to do. And at the moment, sadly for us, and it's massively sad for us, because we want to be out there, we want to be doing the ghost tours, but we just cannot do it and ensure that we keep you guys safe. And to me, as much as I love doing the ghost tours, I actually love doing them. Your safety is far more important than that, and that is what we have to remember here. So we've got a few weeks away. 29th of August, we're going to be live doing this. We're going to do it slightly earlier in the evening. It's going to be about 7 o'clock, I believe. Mainly because, it's great to do it in the dark, of course, but we haven't got the cameras, might not be able to see as much. So we're going to do it on the camera, because we've got one camera guy. Philip's going to be is offered to do the camera work for us. And so it will go out live on Facebook, but on our live page of Supernatural Tours and Events. And it will also go out live on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, James, we've got to tell people about YouTube, right?
Yes, indeed. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And our YouTube channel is, well, there you go. It came up at the bottom. That was good timing.
Yes, we need you to please jump on our YouTube page. We're going to be putting exclusives on there. We're going to be putting behind the scenes stuff. And there's loads of video content on there already. including some fantastic stuff we caught on ghost hunts. I want to point you in the direction here right now of the best videos on there. We've got, of course, I interviewed Richard Felix, which happened a few months ago. We also got a fantastic investigation we did in one of the bedrooms of the Jamaica Inn as well. A ghost hunt, that is, to point out. So it's worth checking out that on our YouTube page, and please do get behind it. But right now, I want to ask you a question whilst you're watching at home, because it's been all over the media, it's been in the papers, it's been on the internet about this, and I want to ask you right now, because so many people have said that since lockdown has happened, that the paranormal activity in their homes have increased. And there's been loads of people doing ghost hunts live online, including you might have seen it. Singer Liam Payne from One Direction did an investigation in his old flat in London, trying to see if there was ghosts there. Robin Williams has always been a big believer of ghosts until recently, where he's decided to retire from it. Has also said that he's seen ghosts as well, done a ghost hunt live. So we want to hear from you. Do you think the paranormal activity has increased since lockdown first began back in March on the 23rd? Let me know what you think right now. Maybe you've experienced something yourself as well. Whilst we do that and you think about that, please do comment on our little comments box here. Hello as well to Ems, who's watching right now. Martin, Rachel is also watching right now. And Alison says, could we have any clues about the ghost tour? And do you know what? I feel we should give a few clues right now. So I'm going to tell you, this is exclusive. Keep it to yourself. Don't tell anyone. I reckon it's either going to be Southampton, Portsmouth, possibly Winchester, but also could be Windsor or the New Forest.
I guess that is a bit of a clue.
It's a bit of a clue. It could be one of those places. I don't really think I'd really go too much away there, did we really? Ems comments on our little subject tonight about activity increasing. Ems has put only in the past 3 weeks following the death in the family. Firstly, really sorry to hear about that happening in your family, especially this time as well when things are a bit rife. But yeah, James, have you had any increase of activity in terms of ghosts? So Rachel, I'll clarify that.
Not, how can I put it? There's a few things that do happen around me just generally anyway. I guess, of course, I've spent a lot more time at home. I guess anything that's really happened for me is, I guess, my psychic side of things. It's sort of increased slightly. Now, I don't know whether that's due down to the stress of the lockdown and stuff like that, or whether it's just, there's more energy in the atmosphere.
Yeah, maybe. I think there's a bit of both, really, isn't there? It's perhaps people, like you said, they're at home more now, so maybe just more aware of their surroundings, and so maybe they've heard more things than perhaps they normally would here. I don't know. We've all spent quite a lot of time at home over the last few months or so. Of course, if you've been working from home as well, if you had the honour of doing that, then you're at home. It's like your brother, really, that you're home the whole time. Chances are you probably are going to experience something that perhaps you didn't notice was in the background all the time. Who knows? It's going to be so many different things, isn't it? So keep your comments coming in. We all know about this. Have things really increased for you? Alison, by the way, says that cheers for my little teaser there.
Yeah, nice like
I can think of some more if you really want to. Let me come back to that. I'll see if I can find some more teasers for you. I'm always trying to do that. Alison says, I'm always hearing my cat Maggie, who died in March. Oh, wow. And see how the corner of my eye. Cats, that's a different one, isn't it? A cat, I guess, we're all living creatures, aren't we, at some point? So I'm guessing that can happen.
I must admit, I have actually seen ghost cats and ghost dogs in my lifetime. There's actually once, it's actually where me and you used to live, Andrew. I was actually tidying one of the rooms in this building.
Good God, you were tidying? Jesus.
Yes. And I saw a dog go past, and I thought, oh, that must be the owner that owned it. He must have came back and brought his dog with him. I didn't think anything of it. 5 minutes went past. I thought, that's strange. No one said hello. No one's came in or anything. I went out there into a corridor and no one there, nothing.
See, it
Of
can
course,
happen.
I've seen a ghostly cat, which is quite strange. It's actually in
Yeah.
one of my. Can't believe you. It's actually in a family member's building. And the strange thing is, this ghost cat is something I actually saw when I was little growing up. And okay, at the time, you know, being 8, 9 years old, you don't think too much of it. Well, I didn't anyway. And the strange thing is, quite a few years later, you're probably looking at, I don't know, 10 years later or so, that family that's in there now, or parts of my family that's in that house now, they still report seeing this cat.
Hmm. There you go. Have they got a like a mortgage on the place?
No,
Do they rent it?
no.
Because they will just check the clause in their contracts. To be said. Anyway,
Folks are
so
getting
we
worse.
want to hear it from you. Do you think paranormal activity just increases it because we're just at home more, or maybe I don't know, maybe just aware of it, or maybe we just looked at different directions. A lot of people actually have really started to analyze what they're doing and looked at new training courses and upskilling and such. I know Alison, for example, has done a lot of upskilling with the fitness classes that she does, for example. So a lot of people are really starting to look at things and perhaps they're becoming more open to this as well.
Yeah, I think during lockdown, it's gave people time to think about different things, and I think as well, like for training or whether it's paranormal, you've got that more time to think about what's actually going on. I guess maybe the paranormal activity that has been going on in people's homes, when normally we're all quite busy and everything else, now we've actually had time to think, that's strange. What's that? Why did that happen?
Mm. Alison, in fact, said that she's going to stay at the Jamaica in August, and there is a good activity there. Do you know what? It's like most places, been closed for quite a while. Means
Ooh.
there's been no ghost hunters there. So there is a new part of it. There's an old part of it as well.
Yeah, there's
So
a. Is it?
you really want the old part.
Isn't it bedrooms 5 and 6?
4, 5, and 6, in fact, you want, yeah. Bedrooms
Yes.
4, 5, and 6. They're the older ones, so you really want those. And if you look at one of the cupboards, you may even find those letters that were in there to ghosts. They're actually letters and gifts to ghosts.
It is quite freaky.
Yeah. So what we got coming through right now. So Chris said he remembers doing the investigation and hearing animal run across the room. The door was closed and we found nothing. Plenty of us heard it, but no one could find what it was or where it went. Yeah. I mean, like I said, they were living things, weren't they, at some point? So I guess it's very plausible that they could be haunting the place. And Alison said, how about the dog at Wookie Hole? I loved it at Wookie Hole. Just,
Now, it was quite an amazing place. Only thing is, you had to be quite. Well, it's unusual to say everyone duck down, you know, as we're walking through there.
yeah,
Some,
there's some pretty low bits in there. You really got to watch your head of that one, haven't you? Once you've got to watch your head of Jamaica in sometimes. It's got some, these old places tend to have quite low ceilings, don't they? Don't think Jamaica in does actually think about it. So Alison, share your thoughts when you do get to stay there. Share your thoughts on what you experience afterwards if in your part. I think you can request to stay in your part, I don't know, but it's worth a try seeing if you get anything paranormal happen right there. But don't forget, there are loads of, well, not just animals, people as well. Maybe it's family members, maybe you've had people had a lot of shocking situations recently. It's been difficult, isn't it, for the past few months for everybody. So it'd be good to hear some of your thoughts and feelings about why you think the activities increased during the lockdown period. What would be the reason for that? Who knows? Awareness. People aren't sleeping at night. People's routines have drastically changed over the last few months.
I reckon it must be where people are staying more at home. I reckon.
Could be, could be. Or perhaps people are looking for their inner selves, and so they're widening the horizon and stuff. To kind of do new things like look for ghosts or I don't know. Alison said as well about the candles that kept going out and on again. at Wookie. Do you know what? I'm really bad. I can't remember what happened at Wookie Hole, if I'm honest. I know it was only about a year and a bit ago, and it is a fantastic place, but I can't remember like all the activity that happened there. James, you might remember.
Oh, I'm trying to remember now. Because I was in a different group to you, Andrew.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't know what group I was in.
Remember bits and pieces of I can remember, I know we done the Gantzfield experiment in one of the sessions, and of course, it's one of those things that it was quite an amazing place, and I think in my group and in your group, they saw a shadow towards the background as well. I think in one of the dances. The one that sort of freaked me out a bit, or not freaked me out, is where you had the boat in the cave and the water. It's almost like there's energy in there, and that was really old.
Energy. Yeah. Absolutely.
Again.
Oh, was it on that? That's weird. Hi, Janice.
Pressing button.
Why got your comments on there? That's really random. Yeah, so I don't know how to get rid of that. It's weird. So this moving on. How do we get rid of that? I don't even know. Yeah, so yeah, perhaps that's what it is. But while I try and work out what button I press, because I really don't have a clue. Let's have a quick reminder of what we talked about to kick off the show this evening. So James, whilst I try and find out what I pressed.
There you go.
There we go. What did we talk about? Yes, we told you about our exciting Ghost Tour on August 29th, 7 p.m. live on Facebook and YouTube, of course. And we can't tell you where it is, but James, can you think of a little teaser?
Well, I keep on trying to think of, say, one of the characters, and I guess really, maybe you may be seeing a black figure.
I think one of the characters is probably played by James on this tour.
But I was going to say you may see a black figure, and he may be just as a monk. But now he's actually seen in a number of different locations that we do. So.
Oh yeah, that doesn't give much away, does it?
Or is he making a special appearance?
He could be. He could have got lost. Could have got bored over the last few months, not be able to scare anybody, and just decided to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Could happen. Could happen. Alison, we'll see you on the 29th. Please do. Rachel, I went to Devon where my little sister lives last weekend, and she has something in her house. It's upstairs from a landing to her bedroom. When you stand at the door, where you feel it under where the loft is. Oh, what's happening in the loft? That's what you got to find out. What's happening in that loft to make it spooky?
See, I know one of the things that always reminds me of the loft being not in a haunted place. And this is actually in one of my family's houses. When it was high wind, if the loft door wasn't put on properly, it would actually lift up and keep banging up and down. And it used to be quite spooky.
Do you often experience high wind yourself?
Depends what colour you've actually had the night before.
That's the question, I just want to ask. Now, we can have the show this evening by telling you yes about the Ghost Tour, but we also told you about, what did we tell you about? Oh, yes, the fact that we still can't do Ghost Tours yet because of the COVID situation, and it's all about keeping you guys safe and secure. And when we're safe to do so, then yes, we'll start doing them, but right now, it's still not quite hard. The restrictions have been eased, but not enough for us to be doing ghost tours. So ghost hunts, we can't, of course, do because we can't ensure we maintain the 1 meter plus ruling. In the dark is just too risky as well. Even a bit of light is just too risky. I remember a lot of the places we go to for ghost hunts, even very old places, will have narrow corridors, low ceilings. Those kind of, sometimes they're even quite damp as well, which are all great breeding grounds for this virus, and we can't do anything that's going to put you guys at risk. On the ghost tour side, we still can't do it because we can't have a big group. We can't do that. We can't use the vaults at Southampton, for example. Or can we for the 29th? and we can't do the things we normally would do. And for us, it's about keeping you guys safe, and that's why we've kept the decision. We haven't really we've been told not to carry on doing the events. So those event companies are saying they can do ghost hunts. What are we doing them? Keep safe, guys. Keep safe. That's the most important thing. And we've got some more exciting stuff because we're going to keep bringing back the lovely supernatural news. No, we really got that. Supernatural live is what I meant to say. What we're doing right now, we're going to bring it back. Bring it back. So that you guys can have something to look forward to as well, live right here on YouTube and on our Facebook page. Speaking of YouTube, James, hit us up with YouTube.
Yes. Now, I know Andrew's going to press a button anyway, but please do subscribe to our YouTube page. Our YouTube page is www.youtube.com/supernaturaltours.
I reckon I could get a job in the BBC with doing all this great stuff. If anybody's out there right now looking for someone, well, in my way. No, on a serious note. So, yes, put in your diary, 29th of August, we're going to be live, YouTube, Facebook, with this ghost tour, which we can't tell you where it is because we're in a surprise, right? And like a lot of businesses, we need your support. James, what do we need your support? Well, not you personally, but people's.
Yeah, of course. Like we said earlier, me and Andrew's actually been doing this now for 15 years or so, and we do need your support. We want to carry on doing them, and we're going to try our best as what we can give to you while you're nice and safe at home. And of course, not taking a risk and everything else, but yeah, it's about helping each other.
Ems is put on that the monk isn't on the Southampton tour, or is he?
Yeah.
He may make a special appearance. Maybe he got on the bus. I mean, he's all right to do that because he has got his face covered. He got on the bus and he travelled to Southampton and he got off and thought, this looks quite good. I'm going to spook the living daylights out of people. And then that's what he's done. I don't know. I don't know because I don't know the monk. I don't know what he's capable of. He just does whatever he wants, doesn't he?
There's a lot of people, the monk.
But all we can tell you is that between now and the 29th of August, when that ghost tour happens live right here on Facebook, is at 7 p.m., is that we'll give you teasers so you can try and guess where it is. And I gave you a bit of a teaser earlier that we're going to give you a clue as to which the ghost tour is going to be. It will either be Southampton, Winchester, Portsmouth, New Forest, Windsor. Yeah, so it'll be one of those, which doesn't really help you too much. But it doesn't matter. We'll keep you guessing. Keep you guessing. Like most businesses, we are a very small business, so we need your help and support. So please, you can see the bottom of the page here. We've got our lovely GoFundMe page to help us out as well. And we're asking you, why has paranormal activity increased since lockdown? James, what do you think? Just give us that again.
I still think it's personally where people have actually been more at home. We're able to know a bit more about what's going on and what's actually happening. And I think before the lockdown, most of us had such busy lives. And it's probably one of those things when we were at home, we took advantage of it, we put a film on or whatever else. Where now, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm at home again. Okay, yeah. Oh, what's that noise up there? Why does that keep on happening? Well, I think it's a bit like that. I think it's just where we're
a difficult situation. I think it's an interesting. A phone call. Hang on a minute. Hello. Oh. So it's from the monk. It's from the monk. You haven't done a Southampton tour before. You've not. You really want to do a Southampton ghost tour. Okay. Well, you're not going to tell me where you are now, no? What's that? You're still looking to get in someone's home to scare them? Right, yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. It's not a good plan. So you were going to ghost tour on the 29th of August, right? You won't tell which one. Okay, we'll just hope you're there then. Sorry, the monk said that he's not done a Southampton tour before. He's quite looking forward to doing it one day, and maybe it's a possibility that he could be on the 29th of August. Thanks to the monk for getting in touch, by the way. It's very nice. Has the monk actually used a phone?
Well, you see, he's even got his own log page on Facebook.
I thought he got the plague.
Yeah, well, he's got his own log page for Supernatural Monk.
How do you know how to use the like page?
I believe someone does it for him.
Anyway, so the monk, is going to be. That is my dog drinking. That's not ghostly. It's just my dog having a drink. So we're going to get as many people as we can on the Ghost Tour live on the 29th of August. Tom's just joined us. Hi, Tom. How are you? As we said, we've got a few more people. Wait for this. We've got.
Take no notice of the noise in the background, Tom.
Yeah, it's my dog. He's having a drink. We've got Trina watching live right now. Alex watching live right now. Kirsty, Tim, Jonathan, Julie, Phil, and Ted, all watching live right now. Thank you so much for joining us. It's fantastic to have everybody watching this evening because it's been a very, very turbulent time for all of us. And the reason for us all being here right now is to tell you about the 29th of August, our Ghost Tour live from, oh, God, tell you, on our social media. And, the good thing about Sounds, oh, no, it's not Sounds and Ghosts, sorry, I got mixed up there. Good thing about our social media is, was that Clues is what Keith Levin says, isn't it? Clues is that we're going to get as many people as we can online to watch this event. And we're very excited about it, aren't we, James? Show us how excited you are.
Yeah,
Quite excited. It needs to be a little bit more convincing.
I could get up and dance or.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Everybody heard that verbal contract. James is going to dance live. No.
No. For 29th, it's going to be quite fun.
I'm sorry.
Oh God.
The monk's on the phone again. Don't let him dance naked. Oh no, I wouldn't do that. No, that would be more frightening than you. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Fine. So the monk keeps doing that. It's really annoying.
I reckon we should get a monk to appear on one of the Facebook Lives.
I can tell you right now, it'd be an amazing conversation. We can't start up half the time.
For the 29th of August, I think one of us should interview the monk and hear his views.
We've got a clip on our YouTube page, nice link there, where the monk is actually doing an interview with us. And I have to say, it's a very one-directional kind of conversation, I have to say, but he certainly didn't have a lot to say for himself. Thank you everybody for watching right now. Just to highlight again what's happening, we're going to do Supernatural Live again right here through this on our live page on YouTube. Please do subscribe to our YouTube page, which is youtube.com/Supernatural Tours. So make sure you jump on there as well. You guys can subscribe on the pages like that. And also keep supporting all the great things because we can't do this without your support. We're always very grateful for your support. We know that it's been a very, very difficult time. And it is great when you talk to people and they say to you, oh, we do this because we like Supernatural Tours and events. And that's a big thing for us because this is why we do it, because we enjoy it. And for that special event on the 29th of August, we've got not just me and James, we've got the whole team back. Philip's going to be there doing some filming. We've got Janice, Martin, the team back, doing what they do best and creating some scares, some memorable scares. And don't just think because you're watching online it ain't scary. Because you say, well, you've all seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You've all seen. I'm just trying to put it out there and say how scary it is. You've all seen like Doctor Who in the 1970s where people hid behind the sofa and stuff. It's going to be that proper scary stuff. We're not talking like, Sabrina scary. We're talking proper scary. Right, James? Unless you do find Sabrina scary, of course.
Proper scary. However, some people may find Sabrina scary. Well, recent ones, not old ones.
Yeah, not the comedy ones. They're not that scary, are they? They're not scary at all, to be honest. Really dry. Which one?
The cat. Salem.
He was. When he used to talk, he was great. We've got some good jokes. So we've got to remember here that we are what we're doing here is to entertain you and get you involved. So we decided to do this, and a big thanks again to all of our team for agreeing to do it. Because at this moment in time, we just cannot make the risk of doing the normal ghost tours because it's just too dangerous. It's just too risky. Just because the media stopped reporting it doesn't mean COVID's gone because it very much has not gone. And we've seen second waves in Australia, New Zealand, Spain. In fact, back on the quarantine list here in the UK. And France is growing as well. So those things, an even bigger contribution towards the decision not coming back too quickly. What we can do in that time to continue to scare the living daylights out of you. I tell you what, you're going to be underneath your bed with your covers over your head, scaredless on that night. Right, James?
Yeah, and is that just after seeing you in costume or just in general?
So I'm just trying to wait for tumbleweed to go past.
I thought it was quite funny.
If you laugh at your own jokes, I said it all. So, yeah, keep supporting us. We've got a GoFundMe page because we really want to try and get as much behind us as we can to keep this fantastic company going. Over the years, we should also say a big thank you to everybody who supported us. We say thank you to the team, of course, Janice, Martin, Andrew's pretty good, James, Philip, Tom, the guys who really helped this company, and to our great friends, for example, Ted. We love Ted. Ted's great, isn't he? Ted is supporting what we do, and of course with the Dolphin Hotel in Southampton, the Dolphin in Portsmouth, Royal Oak in Winchester, which opens again tomorrow for the first time in ages. And so the Dolphin in Southampton is doing the 50% meal deals thing from next Monday. So
That's quite good.
again, supporting that. Please do support our good old friends at all of those places who have been behind us all the way. So, James, to sum things up again, we talked about the activity in the panel increasing since lockdown began back in March. Some of you guys have already told us about the experiences you've had, but why? Why is this happening?
See, I must admit, I do want to hear other people's views at home. Please do drop us a comment. I personally believe it's just where we've had more time to think. Of course, I've had more time at home.
Yeah.
And we're seeing what's actually going on around us.
I think people are more, like I said, they're changing direction in things, they're become more open to things. Maybe they look at other aspects of life. So maybe they're seeing more, experiencing more. Oh.
Yeah.
What do you think, James?
Yeah.
What do you guys think at home?
Yeah. What does everyone think that's watching? Have you experienced more? I know some of you have already said you have, but what about everyone else?
What about the mediums? They must have experienced some, more.
Yeah, I guess so.
Tell us about it. Imagine all these locations that haven't had any ghost hunts for the last few months, and now we're gonna start getting these people go back there in a few months' time, probably next year.
I did see this debate online. Some people did say if a place hasn't been investigated for a long while, is it going to be really active when someone gets back in there? And
Wow.
I guess it's an interesting thought. You can't deny it may happen, may not happen.
The guys are probably just thinking, where has everyone gone? What's happened to the modern day world?
Some locations, you have people there Friday, Saturday nights, during the week, all looking for ghosts.
Took a third drink on Tuesday. Oh, right, yeah, sorry.
They must get quite fed up.
Must do, especially people disappearing. It's just weird. It's a weird world. So keep your thoughts coming in on that one. We've got so much going on. Hopefully in 2021, or hopefully soon, we can start doing tours again. We don't know yet, so hopefully we can. Lauren Emily's been in touch saying people have more time at home redecorating. Maybe that could increase activity. Well, that's a good point, actually. I like that one.
Yes. This actually reminds me of a case that me and Andrew attended. It was a private case.
We couldn't open it. We didn't know the code. All right, so I told the case.
I can't actually say all the details, but it's quite strange. In this house, the activity only actually started when these people got 2 rooms into one and started decorating. And as when they reported all that activity from that single moment. So you may find doing the decorating, doing stuff like that, where you are changing the rooms around and different bits and pieces, sometimes the ghosts are like, why are you changing all this around? I don't like it. I want it.
Also, if you're a person who, say, you love that building, you had it built, and you put a lot of effort into decoration of it, I suppose you're going to be a little bit torn apart the fact that someone's just ripped it down and changed it. When you put out your heart and soul into it, you can be a little bit like, oh, they kind of just ripped it apart, or they put, I'm not quite sure, I like that wallpaper they've got, whatever. You can be a little bit like, protective, I suppose. What do you reckon?
So yeah, I've got to say, in response to Lauren's question, I do actually believe it may actually increase your activity. And like what you said, Andrew, people's thoughts and feelings, their heart and soul went into that building. So by doing a slight change, it could actually affect quite a lot.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, yeah, you're right. A lot of people have been doing things like redecorating and loads of stuff that you probably want to do for the last 20 years or 10 years, not been able to do it because you've been at work at whatever. And people been on furlough as well. A lot, we're just talking just 9.5 million people been on furlough who have got nothing to do because they can't do work, so they're going to be looking for things to fill up their time.
Yeah. What about yourself, Andrew? Have you done much decorating or anything?
No, I want the walls down. That was about it, really. That's what I really did. But these things got to happen. We've got to make those differences. But it's a very exciting time for all of us. And I think that, yes, as we said before, we really can't bring ghost tours back yet. It's just not safe to do that. As James said right at the start, that we are aware there are some companies who are doing ghost hunts, who decided to go ahead and do it. But really, to say they're COVID free, I think is probably quite a statement because nowhere is COVID free, of course. And even if you go to the restaurant down the road, you still got to put your name in, the details, and you've got to book a table. You're allowed 90 minutes, for example, in most restaurants. You can't go to the bar, they've got to serve you at the table. All those things they put in place. And that is because of this horrible situation we're in. And you've got to remember, if you're in a haunted place at night, the corridors, tunnels, walkways, they're very narrow, they're hard to clean, and you're in the dark, you don't know who you bump into. You can't hold hands to do a seance, you can't hold glass, can't do anything really, I suppose. And it's just, for me, I don't understand how a ghost hunt can be safe at this stage.
I think
Public
one of the things we actually spoke about is if you're doing a ghost hunt in a castle or in a tunnel, if you leave that area ready for another group, how are you supposed to disinfect it if it's like a old building? Do you get what I mean? It's very difficult. And I see people are taking risk and everything else, but personally, I do not think it's worth it. And like Andrew said, if you are in the dark, naturally we all do sway in the dark. I must admit, it's quite entertaining if you've got night vision goggles on. But
that's so wrong.
You can't guarantee you're not going to bump into someone else, or guarantee that you're going to keep that 1 meter plus distance. And the last thing you want to do is be in a building, cold, damp area with a lot of people you don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Rachel's put a good point here that she's seen some people on Facebook doing readings and hunts in their houses. There's not a problem with that. If you're in your own home and you're with people you live with, or you're going by the rules that the government have put in place, then absolutely, if your house is haunted, give it a shot. It's more the public ones we're talking about here, where you're selling tickets to the public. I had to say as well that yes, there is certainly an increase on Facebook in particular of these people doing online readings. In fact, somebody even posted one on my wall earlier on my group, and yeah, that's perfectly fine. We all want our, if you're into paranormal, we all want our paranormal fix, don't we?
Yeah.
And I know that gyms are open and all those kind of things, but even when you go there, the rules they've got are so stringent, you can't do an awful lot. And Chris has got it right. It's not worth the risk just for the sake of a few hours entertainment. It's not.
Well, it's like ideally at the moment, if we've done a ghost hunt, it's so tricky. But then we couldn't use any equipment because trying to clean it and everything else, and especially in the dark, it would be a complete utter nightmare.
Yeah. So let's play it safe, right? What we're saying. And we know that people have paranormal occurrences, and we're going to talk. Yeah, absolutely. It's like you could even go for a walk down the park if you wanted to, in a haunted park and do a ghost hunt if you wanted to. It's the more the public tours that I find a little bit more riskier to do. But in terms of what we see in the newspapers, what we've seen online everywhere, is that the there seems to be this trend of increase in paranormal activity. But why? Why though? Because it has always been there, or is it purely because people are maybe they're dabbling a little bit? I don't know. Maybe they've been a bit daring, so they thought, oh, what should we do? I know what we can do for a Friday night. Let's do a good old ghost hunt in our house.
I think again, if you think about it, go back 100 years ago, yeah, probably about 100 years ago, it was quite a common thing to do like a seance on Saturday night. And yeah, it wouldn't bother me. I think it would bother some people, but
What do ghost hunt on Saturday night? Maybe, yeah, yeah. Who knows? I think that, yeah. I mean, as you know, I love a good old ghost hunt. Is what I've been doing for so many years. Going to haunted places across here, Australia. There's hundreds of them. There's hundreds of them. And I, of course, have to being quite honest. I'm one of the people that do miss doing the ghost hunts. Why wouldn't I? It's been a part of my life for so many years. But again, it's being safe. It's being safe, and that is what we want you to do. Is be safe. Chris said as well, I know cleaning down desks and workstations while work takes some time and effort. Just imagine doing that on ghost hunts. You're right. James said earlier, isn't it? Can you imagine like going to, I don't know, any of our ghost hunt locations and go, right, we're gonna have to go for a break now for about 45 minutes while we clean everything down. It's not
well,
feasible, is it?
it's like when we were speaking a couple of weeks ago. If you were in like a tunnel, I know I said this earlier. If you're in a tunnel or a very old building, where would you start? You would have these cloths or whatever sprays. Do you get what I
Now,
mean?
while you're with us as well, we should ask as well, for those who do like the paranormal, they love the ghost hunts, what is it you're missing the most? So it's been, for us, we actually haven't done a ghost hunt, a public one since January, believe it or not, because obviously things started to kick off in February. So we really made the decision fairly early to stop doing it. So January for us is a long time ago. That was, if anyone was with us, it was Netley Chapel over in Southampton a fair while ago. So we'll love to ask you, if you are into paranormal, what is it you've missed about doing it for the last 4 or 5 months? And if you have experienced something or you've got your thoughts on it, why has activity increased since lockdown began? Because we said before, we've got all sorts of people coming out saying that activity's increased, they've got more activity in their home. For example, I said before, Liam Payne, for example, from One Direction, has been doing ghost hunts live from his flat in London, which is an old building, because he believes that it's haunted. And so there's loads of people getting on it and saying, actually, we think it's a possibility that there could be activity of like a ghostly variety in our house. For one, is it because people just looking? Perhaps people got a bit bored at home. They're just looking for something new to do.
Yeah, I still reckon it's where we've got more time at home. I know the comment earlier that Lauren said about people decorating may cause activity, which I do agree with. And I guess thinking
No,
about
I have been to a place where activity stopped when they started renovating it.
really,
Yeah,
normally
did.
for right.
Yeah, no, but this place is weird. It wasn't. It was very weird.
As well.
Pardon?
I do. I actually remember a place where activity changed when they started doing it up.
Yeah. So it is possible, I guess, but I suppose that now when you're at home, you are a little bit limited in what you can do, especially if, like I said, if you're on furlough. Where do you draw the line and think, God, I'm bored decorating, oh, I'm fed up doing this. Oh, no, well, we'll just look for ghosts instead.
Yeah, it's up to every person. I would find it personally entertaining.
Yeah. You've got to, of course, play it safe as well. Don't be doing things you don't want to be doing because it could be quite dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, right? James, if people who want to do ghost hunts at home, what would your advice be?
In all honesty, a lot of people do believe in protection. A lot of people will say, no, you're not allowed to use this, not allowed to use that. My advice is if you wanted to do a ghost hunt in your own home, of course, do know what you're doing. A lot of people get into this and
Don't scare your kids as well.
yeah, it's very easy to play on your mind. And I would say do your research before you do anything, and just make sure you know what you're doing.
Completely, I think that's the main thing, isn't it? Now, for those of you who just joined us, before we go back onto that conversation again, we should tell you about our exciting news in that, yes, it's not the right time to go back to doing live events right now, but we will be doing a live ghost tour from one of our locations on the 29th of August, right?
Yes, 29th of August. What's that?
On 29th of August, we'll be live, we've got our actors back, we're going to be scaring you, we're going to be delivering you some fantastic stuff, and it's going to be live on our Facebook page, on YouTube as well. And we really want to help try and secure the future of our fantastic organisation. What we're trying to do as well, as you can see the bottom of the screen there, is we've started a GoFundMe page as well, just to try and help with the cost of keeping this business running. Because like every business, yeah, we're struggling, and yeah, there is cost we've sadly got to pay. Unfortunately, that's just life, isn't it? And we want to be here. We want to be here entertaining you. We want to keep that going. We want to be here to scare you for the future, right?
Yes, indeed. And I've got to say, what makes it worse about the whole COVID thing is all the nice companies out there. Of course, they put all their prices up as well for websites, insurance, and it's very nice of them, isn't it?
Yeah. I can think of one particular company has done that. But yeah, we've got to. Yeah, you're right. We're going to be in a very difficult situation that actually probably, and don't get me wrong, everybody's been impacted by the coronavirus, and everybody has been around the world. No matter who you are, where you are, people lost jobs, people on furlough, people have lost their business, people lost customers, and sadly, of course, people lost lives or been permanently harmed by it. So it is an awful, awful thing that's happened over the last few months. But we want to be here in the future. We want to continue the great stuff that we do.
I have got a question for you, Andrew.
Yes.
I know this thing is going on where you've got to wear a mask in a shop now and stuff like that. Do you have a spooky mask?
Pardon?
Do you have a spooky mask?
No. Can I tell you? I ordered one from WWE's web shop, right? It ain't turned up. It's been 3 weeks. They charged me for it. Sorry, Vincent, man. Get it sorted. Right, moving on. Of course, I know he's watching right now.
Ghostly, all I've managed to get is
well, I mean, it's very scary when you've got them right now. I have to say.
Different places, or a few different ones with like sharp teeth, tongue sticking out.
Mine was an NXT one. Well, allegedly. I ain't got it yet though. So yeah, obviously in the shops you've got to wear them, haven't you? It's an important thing. So yeah, 29th of August is going to be a big thing. So really, please do get behind us, support it, be a part of it. We're very lucky that the actors have come back and said, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll go out there. We'll entertain the public once more. Now, don't be thinking, if you're sat at home right now thinking, well, I ain't going to be as scary. You are wrong. Right, James?
Yes. As usual, it is going to be quite a few scares along the way. And as Andrew has said, sit down tight, close the curtains, turn for light.
Yeah, really get behind it. Get some scary mood candles and stuff. Put some candles out. Sit in a circle with your laptop or your phone or your Kindle or your iPad, or who really cares what it is. Just watch live. And I reckon if you did that, you close the curtain, perhaps put a little spooky light on just in the background, and you huddle around your laptop and you watch it live. I reckon it could be very spooky. Do you think?
I think it could be indeed.
And then what you could do is, whilst we're live online, is take photos of you watching it online and post it on our like page of you being spooked watching live. And who knows?
I was going to say, what you could actually do at home is when one of the actors do come out and do scare you, you could take a selfie just behind, looking at the actor. Actually, that might be a bit difficult if you're watching it on your mobile, but if you are watching it on the TV or laptop, you could get a computer selfie. That makes sense, maybe.
Oh, because this is really going to be like just think, if you, and I don't watch this, but just think right now, this could be the haunted ghost tour version of Gogglebox. You could film yourself watching the ghost tour, getting scared, and pop it online. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to our conversation we said earlier about the activity increasing. Rachel's put. You both were saying about most people have been so busy they don't realise what their building could have been built on top of it and being stuck on. Yeah, I agree. I think that we are potentially very busy people. Are we rush around quite a lot in the UK and we do miss stuff that perhaps could be right in front of us the whole time.
Saying that, as a good example, I actually found out during the lockdown in my garden there's actually a World War II bunker in there at one point.
You actually find there was a border of his garden as well, for all the bushes and stuff.
Yeah, they're all gone now. But I found it quite interesting because the strange thing is I always used to have dreams about a bunker being in a garden, even though there's not one now, but there used to be. And just to have that confirmed to me, oh yeah, there's a bunker under concrete, that's why concrete's there. I thought, wow, quite fascinating. Shame it's not like ground that we could go into, but you know.
No, you just live what you got, right? Don't be greedy.
Yeah. It would be quite amazing.
To wrap things up, because I know some of you guys have got work tomorrow. It's sad, but it's got to happen. We are going to be doing Supernatural Live as well. It's going to make a return in August with some more interviews, spooky stuff, scary stuff, fantastic conversations, live right here on our YouTube page, which don't forget you can, of course, join our YouTube page, which is very important you do. Please subscribe to it because it's going to be absolutely off the hook. Yep. There we go. Here it is right now. The Supernatural Tours. YouTube.com/Supernatural Tours is our YouTube page. So please do jump on it and subscribe to it. If you're a Google user, then Google your way to our YouTube page and hit that subscribe button. Give it a good beat. Don't break your keyboard, though. Subscribe to our YouTube page. We have some great content going up there. It's going to scare the life out of you. But as for the ghost tour that's coming up, that's going to scare you too. Even though it's virtual, it's still going to scare you.
Yeah. I was just thinking, with YouTube, I've actually got quite a few videos, including of Andrew, where he goes to say his words and then starts laughing. We could do like a bloopers video. I think it would be quite entertaining about all the different funny times that we've not actually shown to the public.
Yeah, we even took a behind the scenes one of Southampton by Tudor House once, whilst Martin was doing his intro bit, and you can see us like creeping up, ready to scare people. So they're always behind the scenes stuff because let's face it, sadly Southampton Ghost Tours isn't going to be back, or any of the Ghost Tours is not going to be back for well, we don't know when, the foreseeable future, sadly. So what we've got is a virtual tour for you. All we're asking in return is you jump on our live page. Jump on our live page. Also jump on our YouTube page, subscribe at youtube.com/Supernatural Tours. And that if you really want to be loving and you love us that much as James loves me, then you can go on here and I'll GoFundMe campaign. What's that all about, James? What is the GoFundMe all about?
Of course, as we have said previously, we've been doing this now for about 15 years. And of course, we want to carry on going, whether it's another 15 years or 30 years or however long we can. And we do need your support. And whatever you can spare, it would be much appreciated. And, you know, same as a lot of other companies out there, there's a lot of companies struggling at the moment, especially with bills going up.
Charities too, yeah.
We all need to support each other.
Janice has told me she would love to see the video of someone getting stuck in a chair. I wish I had that on video. I don't think I have. But it's,
that
was a moment on the left, wasn't it?
Yeah, just for one that's watching, was actually down in Brighton doing a ghost hunt, and Andrew got up and started doing the talk, and then Andrew said, "Oh yeah, here's James. He's going to get up and do a talk." And I went to get up out of my seat, and for some reason my jacket was caught to the chair.
With a cheap jacket,
and I went to get back up again, and I was still caught. I thought, okay, what's Andrew done? What's someone done to me?
I don't know what you thought I did something.
I went to get up with me. And I still swear it's almost like someone actually put my jacket in the chair, but everyone actually said no, they didn't touch it. It was just me. But
It was just you. It was absolutely just you. So to wrap things up, we're going to tell you about again that yes, at the moment we can't bring our tours back. It's it's not the right time. We'd love to do it, but we keep saying this, and it's really important to emphasise this. As much as we love doing tours, and we absolutely do love them, ultimately keeping you safe, keeping our team safe, keeping our clients such as the Dolphin, Portsmouth, Dolphin Southampton, Sea Southampton, Royal Oak, all of you, everybody safe. It's just not the right time right now. We've got to keep people safe. That is the top priority. And like I said, any ghost hunting groups, tour events that are going on, it's not the right time yet. We've got to make sure that everybody is safe, that we can ensure that everybody is safe. And using different venues makes it very difficult to do ghost hunts. Ghost tours, same as we have to be just as safe for that as well. Both events rely on it being quite dark, and we can't guarantee who you might bump into or what you touch, what you spread it, all those kind of elements that makes it very difficult. And yes, tourism is very much struggling. It's true to say, it's very much struggling, as everybody's been impacted around the world by this. You know, we've got to admit it's been a very difficult time for everybody. So the ghost tours will come back at some point. But for the now, on the 29th of August, we will bring you a live virtual ghost tour with all of our actors back. Well, that's if James doesn't get stuck in the chair. All of our ghost actors will be back. They'll be in costume. They'll be ready to play their part on one of our ghost tour locations, which could be any of the ones we're in. We're not going to tell you. It's a surprise. Keep teasers. And we're going to bring back Supernatural Live as well, some more live interviews and so many more features. Please make sure you stick with us. We've got a GoFundMe page going on there. So please do pledge your support and just thank you to everybody as well. Janice has said it exactly there. We just can't risk the health of our customers or anybody, our team, anybody. It's just not worth it. James, what will you be doing this week? Obviously not ghost tours.
Sadly, I'm at work this week, and
Guide. Oh, sorry, right, yeah.
Yeah, I guess just doing bits inside the house during the daytime.
And what we would say to everybody is again, you please just whatever you're doing, don't give up on the rules that are put out there about coronavirus. Don't give up on it. It is still just as important now as it was 4 months ago, 5 months ago. It is still here. It has not gone. Just take, for example, the stuff in Spain, Australia, New Zealand, and France, where it's kicking off again. That could be us. So make sure you do stay safe and do the right thing. Ghost hunters, please. I know what the ghost hunting community is like. I've been here long enough now to know, and you must play it safe. Don't forget your egos, forget your ticket sales, and let's keep people safe, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, of course you agree. So play it safe. Hopefully you stay safe as well. Please stay on the like page. Please keep your support for us. It's been absolutely brilliant. You guys are doing a fantastic job in supporting us. This is a difficult time. Hopefully we'll be back. And yeah, just enjoy. Stay safe, everyone.
Yes, stay safe.
Have a good one. Take care.
See you all soon.
And good night.